Why, hello there, chat. I apologize for the slight delay. OBS was not cooperating, slightly. So, we're a little bit late, but not too much. Thank you for the lurk, Monk. I'm wearing my Welcome to Raccoon City shirt. My microphone is just in the way. We're back at it again with the tier list streams. It's been 3 weeks since I did the Ruby one. I still need to make the YouTube video on it. Oops. Kind of got busy with stuff. The Katsu vlog is out, part 1. So go watch that. So how this is gonna work, like every other tier list I have done so far, I'm gonna give my opinion on them. I'm gonna probably get out of the way the characters that I don't know first, and just put them in IDK them. Now, I have played most of the Resident Evils. I have not played Code Veronica. I have not played all of Revelations or Revelations 2. I've played all the numbered ones. Operation Raccoon City, Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles. So, I know most of these characters. Some of them, I do apologize if I do not know them. This is just my opinion. Don't take this tier list too seriously. Let's get into it. I don't even know who these people are right off the bat. I do know who Billy is, but I don't know him as a character. I'm gonna put Rebecca in here too, unfortunately, because I don't really know Rebecca that much. Because I have not played Zero. That's the only numbered one I have not played. So I don't really have any reference towards Rebecca. I don't know who this is. If I do, then I don't know his name. Okay, alright. Is this Marvin? These are... some of these are... Okay. I don't remember who this is. Okay. Some of these are just gonna go in, like, F because they're barely a character. I don't remember this dude. Really? We're ranking a child? Interesting. I don't remember who this is. These are some characters down here. Technically I know who Jessica and Parker are, but I never finished Revelations, so we're knocking them right off here too. I know Moira is Barry's daughter and she's in Revelations 2, but I've never played it. And there's a lot of characters that I do not know then. I'm feeling like a fake Resident Evil fan at the moment. Let me turn down the music as well. I feel like it's a little loud. I know of Steve, but I never played Code Veronica. Alright. Damn, I am knocking out so many characters. Hey! I didn't know, like, the side games that I have not played had so many characters. Who the fuck is... What is the Juggernaut doing here, bro? Okay. It's... I'm gonna put him in there, too, because I don't really... Okay. Now we have a good list of characters here of relatively who I know. So... I love how Barry... I put Donna in there? Am I blind? Where's Donna? I'm blinding right now. I'm dead-ass blinding. I dead-ass do not see her. Oh, this is Donna? Dog. I don't remember this. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. I was looking for, like, her face to be covered. Alright. No wonder I didn't... Because, like, her face is shown for, like, 2 seconds. Okay. I think we're good now on characters that I don't know out of the way. Alright, I guess it's kind of game by game. Sort of. Alright. Let us start then. We have Barry. I like Barry as a character. He does... Okay, I'm gonna say there's spoilers for the mainline Resident Evil games. If you're very spoiler sensitive, this is not the stream for you. Because I will be going into spoilers for probably most of these characters. So I'm putting that out there now. Barry does kind of betray you in Resident Evil. Because Wesker has his, like, family held hostage, if I'm not mistaken. Something about Barry's family. Because he's like, sorry, Jill, I have to do this. But he has the most iconic line in Resident Evil history with, you were almost a Jill sandwich. So I have to put Barry in B. I do love the dude. He's fun. He does help you with Lisa Trevor if you let him. Like I said, the most iconic line in the entire series. Nothing tops it. I know Leon has every banger line possible, and I am the Bingo King Leon cosplayer. But I have to put Barry in B. Like, he's an alright dude. Not the best, but I can't hate Barry. I just can't. And I feel like nobody really hates Barry. So I feel like this isn't a controversial opinion. Okay, we're going to Chris. Now, I'm probably going to be controversial about Chris. I'm debating between C and D, because at first, Chris is fine. But after Resident Evil 5, I kind of stopped liking Chris as a character. I don't really know too much about Resident Evil 1 Chris, because I've only played Jill's route in Resident Evil 1. But it's not like too much of the personality is revealed in Resident Evil 1 anyway. So I'm kind of conflicted because I do like Chris for a good amount of the games. And like, he does kind of redeem himself a little bit in 8. It's complicated. Because Resident Evil 5 is where I like Chris the most. I love Chris in Resident Evil 5. He's so funny. The boulder punching, all of that is great. I love that aspect of Chris. But I don't like him in 6. I don't like him in 7. So that's the complicated part here, is he is kind of funny in Revelations as well, from what I have played of Revelations. So I think I'm going to be lenient and put Chris in C. I know we're doing alphabeticals here, but I think I'm going to put Chris in C because he's the definition of mid to me, where I like him in some games, in other games I can't stand him. And I don't think it's fair to put him in D because I don't dislike him. I'm very meh on him, you know? So I think it's fair to put Chris in C. Oh, I didn't even have my YouTube chat up. Oops. I'm so sorry if anyone's chatting on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. I completely forgot where I didn't have YouTube chat up. Chat, is it any question where I'm gonna put Jill Valentine? There's no question where I'm putting Jill. She's my favorite character in Resident Evil. I love her in everything she's in. She slays her outfits in every single game. No matter how she does her hair, slays. Amazing person. Beautiful woman. I maybe lesbian bias is coming out here. But I love Jill. I freaking love Jill. I am a Resident Evil 3 remake stan because of Jill. I love Jill that much. Like, it's always back and forth between me and Leon, or Jill and Leon for my favorite character, but no. Jill, Leon. You'll see once we get to Leon. Yeah, like, for Chris, going back to him, it feels like they do change Chris's personality every single game. Like, in the first game, he's just kind of this generic dude. He does make fun of Wesker at the end of Resident Evil 1 I forget if it's in remake or also or only in OG, but that is really funny of Chris. And then like you go to 5 and he's just this burly dude. It's like, what the? Okay, he took steroids. That's fine. And then like 6, he's just completely depressed. Joby, he lost his team. I understand, but he's kind of an asshole too. Like, yeah, Chris is complicated. But Jill, no questions. No questions. My favorite character. I will not shut up about how much I want a Jill and Leon game in the Resident Evil verse. I don't care if it's a side game. I don't care. Make it happen, Capcom. I'm begging you. I love everything about Jill. There's nothing I dislike about Jill. Alright, Wesker. Ooh, welcome to the stream. Wesker. As a person, he's fucking awful. But he's kind of goofy as well. He's always like smarmy. He's like, except in Remake of 4. I don't like him in Remake of 4. I've talked about it before when I was playing Remake of 4. He's just different, and I don't like it. I'm used to Wesker being like, Chris, Jill, you have stumbled into my plot of the mansion. It's like, this dude is just, he's so stereotypical cartoony villain. And like, I do like it from a character aspect, but as a person, oh my god, like, can you even say that you like a terrorist that's trying to like just spread disease everywhere? And what he does to Jill in 5, like, unforgivable from a Jill standpoint, but I can't hate him either. He's such a good villain. He's one of those villains you just like, you have to like because he's so well written. You just love to hate him. Like, ah, damn it, Wesker. Like, I'm gonna put him in B as well. I'll put him above Barry. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, Jill and Leon would be unstoppable. I love them. I finally watched Death Island. And Jill and Leon were kind of together a little bit in that movie. They were so good. Oh my god. Leon with his puns. And Jill just like, being like, over it. Great. Absolutely fantastic. By the way, Death Island. I love that movie. It's so corny. It's so cheesy. It's everything I could have wanted in a Resident Evil movie. You could say it's bad if you take it seriously, sure. But I had a great time watching Death Island with my friends. I had the best time watching Death Island. It's so funny if you don't take it seriously. And Jill, oh my god. Bicon? Absolute Bicon looks in Death Island. I know it's just her Resident Evil 3 outfit in Remake, but she's serving. She's serving. But yeah, Wesker, I'm gonna put him in B above Barry because he's in more games than Barry. So there's more material of him, and I think he's just a really good villain. Ada Wong. Again, we have our baddie. I'm gonna put, y'all are gonna make fun of me for how I'm doing alphabets here. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have put Wesker in A to continue this alphabet here. But I'm gonna put Ada in A because there's nothing that she does where I'm like, oh, that's too far for me. I can't like Ada. I am no better than Leon S. Kennedy. She could do whatever she wants, and I'm like, go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Do your thing, Ada. You wanna do stuff for Wesker? Who am I to stop you? That's so real. I mean, she's so good. Like, she's serving See You Next Tuesday. I can't say that word on YouTube, so I gotta be careful. She's always serving looks. Absolute baddie. Like, Resident Evil knows how to make such good evil characters, pun intended, that you just can't hate a lot of the time. Except for those weirdos in Code Veronica, the twins. Yeah, we're not talking about them because I don't really know them, but from what I've seen of them, yeah, okay, we can hate on them, but Ada? No. I've seen, she is the #1 baddie. Like, I cannot think like, even in video games in general, who's more of a baddie than Ada Wong? Well, I am always telling Monk that I desperately want her to cosplay Ada for my Leon, because serving, like, absolutely. Every Ada cosplayer I know is the most confident person I've ever met, and it's like, y'all are so canon. Oh my god. There was like 8 Adas at Katsucon, and they were all just serving. Yeah, like, Ada, just, like, you can't hate her, because she's also, like, soft on Leon. She's not baddie all the time. She knows that Leon is, like, this soft puppy dog in 2, and she's like, oh, like, she has that soft side to her. So, she's not 100% terrible, like, quote-unquote, or evil. She has her softer side too. And, like, she clearly cares about Leon. And she's not just using him. She has a heart there. So I think Ada has to go in A. She's a great character. Oh, the Birkins. Annette is her name, right? Annette. Terrible mother. I don't know what else to say about Annette. Just child neglect. You shot Ada. Do I need to say more? Same thing with the next person, Irons. Threatening Miss Claire Redfield? No, we're not. No. You can also go here, buddy. Both of y'all just terrible. Y'all aren't the good villains, as I was saying earlier. Like, even character-wise, like, there's not much to them either. Like I said, Annette just bad mother. Poor Sherry. And then you have Irons, who also is, like, trying to traumatize Sherry by taking her. Like, child kidnapping. That's a no-no, bro. I'll actually put... Yeah, Irons is worse. Welcome. I'll say Irons is worse. Because he was trying to kidnap a child. Leon S. Kennedy! Just slightly below Jill. Like, dude, it's literally like this for Leon and Jill. Absolutely my 2 favorite characters in all of Resident Evil. Like, Leon is so funny. No matter what game he's in, he's always just, like, spouting one-liners. He's having fun. And I love cosplaying him. Like, maybe this is a little bit of bias, but I love cosplaying him, and I want to cosplay more renditions of him. He's just a dude. He's just a dude, but he's so likable. I don't think there's a single thing about Leon that I dislike. He's relatable. He's chasing after a baddie. He can excuse the bad shit that she does. I mean, we're all Leon. There's no way we wouldn't be excusing what Ada does. Like, I think we can all relate to him. And he has the second best line in the entire Resident Evil franchise of, "Where's everybody going? Bingo?" Like, I love him in 2 and 4, especially. 6, I'm a little fuzzy on my memory of Leon, because it's been a while since I've played 6. Leon saved the day 5 times, got kidnapped 2, and got brainwashed 0. Like, like I have previously said, I want a Jill and Leon game. Death Island gave me the slightest snippet of what a Jill Leon game could look like, and my god, do I want it. Because it would be the best game of all time. I don't care what we're doing. Send me back to that damn mansion, I don't care. I want it so bad because these are my 2 favorite characters. Like, I don't know. I like a loser dude who says puns, even though Leon's not. Leon's kind of a loser in Resident Evil 2 because it's his first day on the job, so he's kind of a puppy dog. But man, Resident Evil 4, he's still funny. He's still that soft guy. He's just that guy. I think this is Marvin, right? This doesn't look like him, though. Hold on. Am I misremembering what he looks like? Because it's been quite a bit since I played 2. is him. I was like, I don't know why I was doubting it, but that is Marvin. I mean, there's not much to Marvin. He's kind of just there at the beginning of Resident Evil 2, and then he dies. I'll just put him in C under Chris. Because there's literally just not much to him. He's not terrible. Yeah, he gave you a knife. So he's alright. Not a major character, so he's alright. Cool dude. C for cool dude. This motherfucker, Mr. X. Where do I want to put this dude? I hate Mr. X. Not because of, like, character-wise, but just made Resident Evil 2 annoying. Joby, the whole point of Resident Evil 2 is Mr. X going after you. I understand that. But this motherfucker is so annoying. He's so annoying. I kind of want to put him in, like, D. Because of how annoying he is. But he's very memeable as well. So, like, do I put him in C because I love memes of Mr. X? Or do I put him in D because I fucking hate this dude going through Resident Evil 2? That's the inner debate I'm having. Because he's not, like... like, I know he's supposed to be annoying. I understand that. But I don't think that absolves him from, you know, like, just because you purposely make him annoying doesn't make it less annoying. You know what I mean? Just because you make something bad doesn't mean it's not bad. It's that kind of argument for me. Okay. I'll put him in C under Marvin because he's not the most annoying. He's definitely very annoying because he's not scary. Okay. Go ahead, say this is like humble bragging or whatever, but I was never really scared of this dude. Most of the Resident Evil games do not scare me. The only game that I was genuinely scared of was like the first one because of the atmosphere. And because you get lost so easily in Resident Evil 1 if you don't know where you're going. It's the music and like the whole atmosphere of 1 that makes me kind of scared. But 2 through 8, nothing. I was not scared of any of those games. I'll leave him in C. He's okay. He's supposed to be annoying. And like, why is Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII at the bottom? Yeah, you didn't see the crossover with Final Fantasy VII and Resident Evil? Man, imagine a Cloud Leon game. Leon's gotta show Cloud how to get women. Stop being the third wheel, Cloud. Oh man, 2 boy failures. What a game. Yeah, I'll leave him in C. He's alright. He's alright. Sherry! I love Sherry. She's gonna go under Ada because she's only in 2 games, and one of them she's a child. But I really like Sherry in Resident Evil 6. She's great. Are you calling pretty bias? Maybe. Sherry is very pretty. But I don't know, I liked her banter with Jake. I thought she was a great character. She's not an annoying child, if that helps anything. She exists! Look, I have said also in the past that I want another Sherry and Jake game. Jill and Leon, that's my top priority game-wise. And then we have Sherry and Jake in another game. Give me another game of them. The best part about Resident Evil 6 is the Sherry and Jake, like, their plot line. Look, I know we're having, like, what is it called? When you rewriting history of whether 6 is bad or not recently on Twitter. But honestly, I think 6 is meh. But Sherry is a bright spot in 6. I really like Sherry. I wish there was more of her. Give me anything of her, Capcom. Like, she's such, like, an important character, too. Like, she's the daughter of William Birkin. Like, come on, you can do more with her. It's like Capcom just makes characters and or Resident Evil, which is Capcom, makes characters and they just forget about them sometimes. I feel like that might be the only reason why she's in 6, is because they're like, oh yeah, we did have Sherry, huh? Let's put her in a game. We'll get to Sheva when she comes up, but that is prime example of Resident Evil making characters and then them never being in anything. Same thing with Jessica and Parker from Revelations. Like, it's like they know their core 4 of, like, Leon, Jill, Chris. Let's see, who do I want to say is also core? Leon, Chris, Jill, Claire, I guess? Yeah, Claire would be core 4. And then everyone else is just disposable. Yeah, like, give me a Resident Evil sidekicks game. Just all of the sidekicks. Bring Sheva back. You know, just bring them all back. Why not? Yeah, like, put Sherry in more things. Capcom were in their Joker phase at that time. Mistakes were made. William Birkin, I love how he looks like he's actively shitting his pants in the screenshot. He's going right next to his wife. I don't know who's worse. They're kind of both. I'll put them second to worst. Both terrible parents. Y'all said, nah. I'm gonna be evil and I'm gonna be evil and just neglect my child. I don't think there's anything more you can really say about the Birkins. You literally chose to throw away your parenthood. I was like, yeah, no. Fuck our daughter. Who cares? So, y'all are gonna hate me because Carlos is in one singular game. Y'all are gonna hate me. Y'all are going to hate me. Because you're gonna be like, Juby, this man is literally in one game. But I love Carlos. I love Carlos. If you know about my ships tier list video or stream, I gushed about him so much when we were talking about the Jill and Carlos ship. I love him. Now, I don't have any reference for OG Resident Evil 3 Carlos. I didn't play OG Resident Evil 3. I've only played the remake of 3. But I loved everything about him. There is nothing to dislike about this man. He will save you if he's... I mean... I'm so tongue-tied because he's so good. Like, he just meets Jill. He's like, oh, she's pretty. Let me walk several hours to go save her. Let me find this antidote for her. Like, how can you not like this man? I don't understand how you can not like Carlos. And I love the Carlos free world line. I love how joking he is with Jill. Carlos is the best. Met Jill and immediately became ride or die for... Exactly. He is another man that we would all be. I think I saw, it was like on my TikTok, someone commented, they're like, honestly, anyone would do anything for Jill if they met her. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I would do anything for Jill. Carlos is accurate. Carlos is absolutely accurate. I love Carlos. He's so fun. Put him in another game as well. In the Jill and Leon game, have Carlos come in for a little bit and, you know, have him reunite with Jill. I always like call Jill my bicon and like low-key call her a lesbian sometimes, but I ship her the most with Carlos. So it's so conflicting for me because I love Jill and Carlos. I don't think he died. No, not that I remember, unless if it's outside of 3. Cuz they both got in the helicopter at the end of 3. He got shot, but he didn't die. Because he had that bulletproof vest on. He's like, I couldn't leave you in a Carlos free world. It would be cold and cruel. And then they got in the helicopter. That, like, Carlos is another character that Capcom is just like, yep, one done. We don't need him. They always these peak characters that Capcom makes, and they're just like, eh. But what if we make another game with Chris, though? That's what you want, right? Oh god, I forget what this one's Nikolai, right? And then this was the other dude. I don't remember what his name is. This is the other dude in Resident Evil 3 remake, who's an asshole. So we're gonna put him here. I guess I'll put him below Irons. Cause I'm gonna put Nikolai in there as well. Like, they're both just bad people. Just, generic bad enemy. Nemesis! Nemesis S? He's less annoying than Mr. X. He does have the, like, one of the most badass themes in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if you've ever heard it. I love that song. I do like the stars. that line. There's just not much to him. So I feel like I can't really put him in such a high tier because I can't say I'm like a Nemesis ride or die. So I'm gonna put him above Mr. X. When you think of Resident Evil, the one you think of is first is Nemesis. Villain-wise, I would say it's Wesker that I think of first. Yeah, he serves his purpose. Like, Nemesis, I definitely like him more than Mr. X. That's definitely where I'm at, is I like him more than Mr. X. Pyramid Head Resident Evil. See, I can agree to that. Like, Nemesis is definitely up there of, like, recognizable villains. I'll ask you, chat, if you think, when you think of Resident Evil villains, who do you think of first? I'll ask chat. For me, it's always Wesker. Because the first game I ever played in the Resident Evil series was Umbrella Chronicles, Dark Side Chronicles, and then 5. Don't get me started on the recent Pyramid Head. Yeah, I would say Wesker is who I immediately think of. And, like, Umbrella is who I think of. When it comes to off the top of my head of villains. Now, I have not played any Silent Hill game, so I can't say the overuse of Pyramid Head. Nemesis is iconic, though. I feel like he's kind of dropped off in popularity over the years, but I remember growing up, like, Nemesis was such a big icon, when it was only original 3 was out. I remember, like, everyone was like, oh, Nemesis is so cool. Yeah, Lady D is definitely up there, but she's fallen off recently, kind of, because she's only in 8. I think that's the thing, is like Wesker, yeah. I think it's Wesker for most people because he's in multiple games. He's in the first one. He's in 5. He's in Umbrella Chronicles. Like, and then his son is in 6, so, I think it's because Wesker's in the most games that he's the one that people think of the most. But I do love Nemesis, and I like I said, I like his Marvel vs. Capcom 3 theme a lot. And I would take fighting Nemesis over dealing with Mr. X any day. So that's why I'm putting him above Mr. X. Ashley! Now, disclaimer, I have not played OG4. I've only played Remake of 4. So, that's what we're basing Ashley off of. I know Ashley is low-key annoying in OG, and for me, she was not annoying in Remake. If I played Resident Evil 2 on PC, I would absolutely make Mr. X Thomas the Tank Engine. Because I guess we're gonna go on a tangent here. I was a Thomas the Tank Engine child. I absolutely loved Thomas. Like, Thomas the Tank Engine was my entire childhood when I was like 4 years old. I had over 100 trains. Whatever you want to say about me, go ahead. But I was obsessed. Yeah, I've seen clips of OG Ashley, and she is annoying. Remake Ashley, I really like Remake Ashley. I don't know, like, she's not just damsel in distress, which it's not. I'm not saying you can't have those characters. That's fine to have those kind of characters. And Ashley's not like some badass in Remake. She's still a little bit helpless. But she's not annoying. And I think it comes down to the voice, honestly. I'm not criticizing OG's voice actress at all. I I feel like she was doing what the character was told to do. So I'm not like criticizing the voice acting, but I feel like her voice in Remake being a completely different vibe definitely helps. And then she's like joking around with Leon a lot more and kind of being a lot more flirty with him. So I do really like Ashley in Remake. Oh my god, don't make me go down my Thomas the Tank Engine like rabbit hole. Do I need to do a Thomas tier list? Is that what we're doing next time I do a tier list stream? So I'm gonna put Ashley... I'm gonna put her above Barry. Ooh, I feel like that might be controversial, but are there really that many Barry stans that are gonna, like, fight me on this? I met a couple, like, really cool Barry cosplayers at Katsu last week. They were really cool. But are the Barry stans gonna fight me on putting Ashley above Barry? Especially in B tier. I don't know, I really liked her in Remake. And Barry's a cool dude. OG Barry is hilarious. Oh, I love OG Barry. Like, I've seen streams and like playthroughs of OG Resident Evil and like Remake. I've played Remake. I played most of the remakes. I think I played all of the remakes, honestly, thinking about it. But yeah, I love Barry's voice lines. Like, so it's slight Ashley above Barry, because you do see Ashley a bit more than Barry. Because OG and like Remake of 1 have like about 5 cutscenes. And Barry's great in all of them, don't get me wrong. And he helps out Jill a lot. But I think you see Ashley a little bit more than Barry, so you have more of an impression. Honestly, they could swap. Like, I'm not too hard pressed on this. So it's give or take. Oh, now we're getting into the Resident Evil 4 characters. This dude can go fuck himself. Oh my god. Where do I want to put him, though? I mean, there's nothing redeeming, so. The big cheese. I mean, this is honestly interchangeable. I guess running a cult, I mean, they were kind of like terrorists, so, right? What do we and they got thwarted. This dude was kind of helping run a cult, so honestly, this whole tier is just interchangeable of terrible people. Krauser. I mean, he was a good dude at one point when him and Leon were buddies. And, like, his boss fight's kind of good in Resident Evil 4. It's unfortunate you don't really know too much about him. I think I'll put him... I'm debating between C and D because, like, I don't dislike him, but I don't really like him either. If that makes sense. Like, I'm very neutral. Like, I kind of want to put him towards the middle of C. I'll put him smack dab in the middle of C, because I just have the most neutral stance on Krauser. I don't really have positive or negative feelings on him. Like, his boss fight didn't piss me off. He's not annoying, so just the most neutral on this list. Luis. Ooh, where do I want to put Luis? I love Luis. Kind of want to put him in A. But where do I put him in A? Because in Remake, he's such a fun dude. He is such a fun dude. It's so unfortunate what happens to him in 4. I wish he didn't die. I want more Luis, but we are sadly in a Luis-free world. I'm gonna put Luis under Carlos. I really love Luis. He's kind of like similar to me and Carlos, where I love both of their like senses of humor and like their fun kind of personalities. So I do give Carlos the edge, because I do like Carlos more than Luis. But OG Luis, I've heard, is not the best kind of character. But remake, nah, he was such a fun dude. I vibed with him so much. And I wish he had more time with Leon. The Merchant! What are you buying? I mean, does anyone hate the Merchant? Like, does anyone legitimately hate the Merchant? I'm gonna put him under Chris and C, because there's not much to him. He literally just sells you stuff. But, like, he's got the funny voice. He's like, what are you buying? And stuff like that. But he's not really a deep character. So we'll just leave him in kind of our neutral tier here. I did meet two Merchant cosplayers at Katsu, and they were fun. Okay. Honestly, these three could just go in F, because they are just all terrible bad. The Duke is probably gonna go right next to the Merchant, if I'm honest. He's probably gonna go right next to him. I'm not even gonna really go over them. They're just all bad villains with, like, no real liking factor to them. They're not fun like Wesker. I mean, no, I'm not even gonna say either on any of them have really redeeming qualities. They're all just annoying or, like, super evil. Especially Ricardo. Oh my god, his voice in 5. If you've never heard Ricardo's voice in 5, go look it up. It's an experience. My god, is that an experience. But yeah, they just don't have the charm like Wesker. There's nothing really, like, likable about them like Wesker. So this is honestly just villains tier. This is just villains tier. I said earlier that, like, a lot of the villains had charm, but maybe I was wrong. Josh. I don't... Neutral. I'll put him above Krauser. Because he's not terrible. He helps out BSAA. But he's only in the game for about, what, like, 30 minutes? So, be lucky I remember his name. Be lucky that I remembered his name was Josh. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about him. It's just, he knew Sheva. And he helped out. Speaking of Sheva, there she is. I'm trying not to let my playing through of 5 affect my opinion of Sheva, because we all know the AI of Sheva is fucking dog shit in Resident Evil. I mean, it's not just Sheva's AI, it's whoever your partner is in Resident Evil 5. The AI is absolute dog shit. I could not beat Resident Evil 5 by myself because Sheva would just keep... Literally... Okay, I'm about to go on a small tangent. I've told this story before, but my first time playing Resident Evil 5, I could not get past the chainsaw guy because she kept running into him and dying. Like, I did this about 6 times, and every time she would go up to him and stand in front of him and just die. I'm like... Huh? So I had to get my friend to play it with me because she just kept going up to him and dying. And then just, I need ammo, and then yelling Sheva is burned in my brain. It's a meme. It is a funny meme. She doesn't punch a rock to save the day. F tier. Yeah, she doesn't punch rock. She doesn't punch rock. I can't let bad AI determine character. That's not right. I mean, she's okay. Like, she's not really interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna put her above... I'm gonna put her above Marvin, but below Merchant. Because there's really not much to Sheva. Like, if... She's probably the most nothing protagonist Capcom has ever made. for a Resident Evil game. Like, I guarantee a lot of people have just forgotten about her because she is in nothing else besides 5. And, like, the most that people know about her is just the bad AI meme where you're constantly asking for, or she's constantly asking for ammo and she just gets stuck on things and she doesn't do things. Like, I feel like most people have a negative perception on Sheva because of how 5's AI is. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like if they gave her something interesting about her personality, then she could be higher, but she really is just bland. Which, I can't put her in a lower tier because she's bland. Just, eh. Yeah, we're just gonna, yep. Just stick them here. Cutscene Sheva and gameplay Sheva are 2 different people. Honestly. Like, Sheva has such, like, she gives off such, like, a cool perception of herself in the cutscenes, and then you go to the game and you're like, oh god, she's stuck on something, or she needs ammo, or whatever. So. Why is there, oh, is this, like, the double? I'm not counting this. I forgot about that. I didn't realize there's the 2 Adas. I'm not counting it. Helena, I don't want to say she's bland. She's not bland. But she's okay. I mean, I think she's pretty great, but I'll put her at the end of B. I liked her character. There just wasn't a lot of it. Yeah, that's a good way. She exists. The thing that puts Sherry above it is because she's in technically 2 games and just, I don't know, she kind of has that edge personality-wise. Helena is literally just there to be Leon's partner, because Leon always needs a partner, in some capacity. I know in 2 he's by himself, in 4, but, like, 4 he kind of has Ashley along with him, in 2 Claire is sometimes with him, like, in cutscenes, and Ada's there to help him sometimes. And Helena's just a woman that Leon needs to be with. I mean, I know some people ship Leon and Helena. I mean, she's pretty good. I didn't dislike anything about her personality. I was feeling for her when you had to fight her sister. So she's okay. But not like the neutral where she's bland like Sheva, but just not that much. But I didn't dislike anything about her. Jake, I don't dislike Jake, but I don't feel right putting him above his dad. I'm gonna put him, I feel like most of the Resident Evil 6 characters, you can just argue they exist. He's Sherry's partner, Wesker's son. Oh, this is difficult because actually I'm putting Helena above Chris and C. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, do I now I'm deeply thinking about this. Now that's doppelganger Ada. There's real Ada. I'm kind of feeling complicated about Helena and Jake being B tier. Because now I'm feeling a little too harsh on Chris. But, like, the slim amount of time that they're in it, I can't say that I dislike it. But Chris has quite a bit of appearances where I don't like. So, this is very conflicting for me. Put Chris behind Wesker and that's it. I don't like him that much. Chris definitely belongs in C. I don't really like Chris that much. I don't hate him, but I can truly say I only really like him in 5. 6, he's okay. I more dislike him in 6. 8, he's okay. Like, I don't know. He's the most okay. Yeah, Blonde Jill's hot, but I like Resident Evil 3 remake Jill's look the most. I do like Blonde Jill though. This doesn't feel right to put Helena and Jake above Chris, but I feel like I need to put them there because I don't dislike things that they're in because of how little of things that they're in. I'll just leave them there. I'll leave it like this because do I put Jake above her though? No, he's kind of an asshole at the beginning, so I'll leave it like that. Sorry, Chris, but the absence of things is better than negatives of things, if that makes any sense. Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like I always piss off the Chris stans with my opinions, but I have not come across a Chris stan yet, so it's fine. That's why I said I like Resident Evil 5 Chris the most, but Resident Evil 6 Chris, where he's like super depressed and like kind of an asshole, it leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I understand why he's depressed. And like 7 Chris, I'm like, that's not Chris. That literally doesn't even look like him. 8 Chris is pretty redeemable. But I don't know. And like in 1, he's just a guy. So that's why I'm like, that's why I'm in C. Because like the peak of Chris is punching rocks. So I don't dislike him. It's just I'm very on Chris. Like, Jill has always been the better of the two. Like, cause if the people that I've always talked to about Resident Evil, which is very few, yeah, I definitely would say Jill is a gal in 1. I will not disagree with you on that. I can agree that both Chris and Jill are just people. In Resident Evil 1. I think what gives Jill the edge is her interactions with Barry. I do just like them, and she is involved with Jill Sandwich. And oh, Barry! Oh, I love the horrible voice acting of RE1, original RE1. I love it. I love it. And like, I am biased. You have to call my lesbian bias out, where I think Jill is hot. That does help her a lot. I'm not attracted to Chris. Oh my god, the live action, yeah. Man. I need to watch a Resident Evil 1 OG playthrough again. I've been watching randomizers of the remake, because I do love the Resident Evil series. It's just, I don't like to play it a lot. Yeah, like, are any of us saying that Jill is not hot? Like, Jimmy, this is not how you should be doing the tier list. I want to get into Silent Hill by actually watching playthroughs. I know I could not play the Silent Hill games. I would get lost. And y'all would get frustrated at me being lost. I mean, I'm a sucker for the Resident Evil movies. I like cheesiness. My Polygon's attractive. In remake, she's a little bit more polygons than OG. Yeah, Jill and Claire, absolutely attractive. No more lost than you in Resident Evil? I don't know about that. I feel like I've watched Silent Hill. I've seen the first Silent Hill, and going through that fog, I would not know where the hell I'm going. At least in the mansion, I have some vague clue. But you put me in Silent Hill land, and I'm just... no idea where I'm at. No idea. None. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm not high on Chris. If you are, that's fine. I am not the end-all, be-all of Resident Evil opinions. I'm perfectly fine with other opinions. I'm just personally sharing mine, Chris is peak when punching rocks, absolutely. And I don't know, just Resident Evil 3 Jill, love her a lot. Resident Evil 5 Jill, love her a lot. Oh, maybe I'll set like a sub goal or something to play Silent Hill if y'all want me to play Silent Hill. Perhaps. I've seen getting lost is just part of the Silent Hill experience. I am the end all be all of Resident Evil opinions. Toxic game rituals. Yeah, someone clip that and just start spreading it around and be like, this person on Twitch does not know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah, maybe I'll make it a Twitch sub goal. I've seen Silent Hill 2 remakes trailer, and it looks so much like Resident Evil that I'm like, yeah, I'd play that. I've seen the Silent Hill fans are super pissed about that. So, but me being my Resident Evil self and 4 being my favorite game in the franchise, I'm all for that. I'm all for Resident Evil 4 Part 2. Gameplay-wise, it looks great. I'm the Joker, baby. Piers. Did you know that Piers exists? He'll never be coming back, though. So, that's an L. He tries to get Chris to not be depressed. We as a fan base have been in a bad place mentally for a while. Oh god, is it time for me to replay 6? I've streamed 6 before, but it was like years ago. I think I still have clips on my YouTube channel of when I played it, the most recent time that I played it. Piers is like, come on, Chris, stop being depressed. And Chris is like, my entire team died, Piers. I have the right to be depressed. He's like, nah, I've heard so many stories about you, Chris. Come on, you gotta be that dude. I don't want to be that dude. And then Piers kind of sacrifices himself so Chris can live, so Chris can have more trauma. That's Piers. I'll put him right next to Chris. I think that's where he belongs. Is just right next to his captain. Yeah, like that shit. Okay, that made me up. That had me like tearing up the first time I played 6. I was like, damn. He just sacrifices himself. He becomes like this big monster thing with like an electric arm, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, he sacrifices himself for Chris, and then Chris is like, more trauma. I'm gonna go kidnap a baby now and kill it. I mean, who's to say that's not the triggering event for Resident Evil 7? Do you tear? Because not even his mother would remember him without saving Chris. But you put Piers too high because you put him above the merchant. I'll just leave him there. I'll leave him there. Why am I forgetting who this is? Oh, this is fuck, what is his name? Simmons. Also just Derek C. Simmons. Fuck this dude. His gross ass transformations, annoying ass boss fight. Simmons can go fuck himself. Okay, now we're getting to the recent games. Ethan is a dude. He's a dad. Did you know that Ethan's a dad? He has a baby. Yeah, generic here. I'm actually gonna cosplay Ethan at my next convention because the Japanese voice actress for Lady D is going to Animazement, and I played the games in Japanese. Or 7 and 8 in Japanese. I know she's only an 8, but like, I was like, okay, I need to cosplay Ethan so I can meet her in cosplay. Ethan's only flaw is poor taste in wife. Yeah. There's nothing to really dislike about Ethan because he's literally a dude, and he does attempt to save his wife and baby, so that's bravery. I'll put him at the end. Do I put him at the end? You know what? Do I put his actions above these two because they're barely in anything? I'll put him up because there's more games of him. Love Rose's moldy dad. Oh, Ethan, like, goes through the most shit. He gets his hand eaten all the fucking time. I'll put him above just because of how much shit this man has to go through. Yeah, like, it's pretty comical how they try to hide Ethan's face all the time. Okay, this is where I'm also definitely gonna lose credibility. I'm not that high on the Ethan games in general. Hand sliced off, fingers eaten. 7, I was not that big of a fan of. I know, that is like one of my most controversial Resident Evil opinions. It brought back horror. It brought back the series to what it was supposed to be. It was okay. I wasn't scared of it. It reminded me of the gameplay of OG, or I mean, remake of 1, of being in the damn mansion, which I don't like figuring out that stupid mansion. Resident Evil is a good game. Resident Evil Remake is a good game. It's just, gameplay-wise, is not my cup of tea. I love watching people play it. It's just, me playing it, I do not like. But 7 completely reminded me of Resident Evil 1, of the stupid fucking house. Which, gameplay-wise, is not my cup of tea. Yeah, in the Rose DLC, it is so bad trying to hide Ethan's face. Like, it's like, okay, Capcom, this is a joke. This is a joke. Yeah, Ethan's a pretty cool dude. For saving his family. He's literally, if your name is Ethan, you are either going to have to save your wife or your child. That's what happened. That's the one thing I know about Silent Hill, is that dude's name is Ethan, and he has to save, what, his wife or his kid? Both? I don't know. He saves one of them, right? And then Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is one of my favorite games of all time. That dude's name is Ethan, and he has to save his child. Couldn't save his marriage. Spoiler, but if your name is Ethan, you gotta go through that. Not sure what Silent Hill you mean. Isn't there a dude in Silent Hill named Ethan? I thought there was. Am I tripping? I thought there was a dude in Silent Hill named Ethan. I must be tripping. Oh, his name's James. I'm tripping. I'm fucking tripping, dude. I must be thinking of another Ethan then. But there is Ethan Mars from Heavy Rain, and he has to save his child. So if you're named Ethan, be prepared. I see. Harry. That's who I was thinking of. James looks like Ethan. Look, if you're a dude and you have a daughter, and you're somewhat blonde. Well, Ethan from Heavy Rain's not blonde, but if you're a dad named Ethan, or you just have a daughter, L, gotta go save them. Look, I know that Heavy Rain is not a great game in retrospect, but I personally, it's in my top 5 games. I could play Heavy Rain over and over and over and over again because I just love it so much. I love Heavy Rain. Like, unironically, I just love it. I don't know, it's unique. I've played basically all of the David Cage games. Fahrenheit fucking sucks. I hate Fahrenheit. I hate that piece of shit. Beyond Two Souls, hate that piece of shit. Detroit, I like Detroit. For the most part. I like about 2/3 of Detroit. The only campaign I genuinely love from Detroit is Connor's. I love the Connor part of Detroit. The rest of it... That's... But Heavy Rain? Nah, because I didn't know... I don't want to spoil Heavy Rain for anyone, but I didn't know the twist when I played Heavy Rain. So, yeah, David Cage is a terrible person. Don't get me wrong. David Cage fucking sucks. But I won't spoil the Heavy Rain twist. But I should have put 2 and 2 together, but I didn't. So it's a lot. It's pretty exciting when you don't know things. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, the twist does not work because logically that it shouldn't work, but I don't know. I like the game. I know it's fucking bad, but it's just something I like. That bad games, Jules. It's right there. This child. Oh god, I forget what her name was. But I'll put her in D because she's a child and I'm not gonna put a child in F. But she just constantly tries to ruin your life. So, all the family can go in F. Fuck all of them. Eva! That's her name, Eva. I'm gonna put all the family in here. Yep. Fuck the family. Not fuck the family. Fuck, you know what I meant. Don't clip that. Like, yeah, I don't know, like, I feel bad for putting a poor child in D. But I don't have anyone in D. You know what? Mia's gonna join her in D. I love this screenshot of fucking Mia that they used. Like, what is this face for Mia? Honestly. I was low-key debating on picking Zoe. But what the fuck is this face, bro? What the fuck is this face? Yeah, I'll just leave them there, cause. Oh, the Dimitrescu daughters. Ooh. I'll put them all at the very end of B. Now, Resident Lover may have affected my opinion on not only Mia but the Dimitrescu daughters. So you can blame the Resident Lover devs for that one. But I mean, I didn't hate them in Village. So I felt bad for killing them in Village. Man, don't play Resident Lover before getting into Village. It makes you feel bad for killing them. I mean, they could have killed me. I don't care. I don't care, dude. That's fine. The Duke. Duke's cool. I'll put him right next to the Merchant. Heisenberg. He's kind of low-key annoying. But he also kind of gives off, like, cool uncle vibes. I mean, that's Resident Lover again. I'll put him I'll put him between Nemesis and Mr. X. Lady D. Oh, yeah. Which is why Lady D goes above him, because Lady D's a woman. We always put women above men in this household. Her chat! Should I put her in A? Do we do this? Yes? Yay? Nay? Do we put her in A? Okay, let's put her in A then! I thought y'all were gonna complain for her being too high in B. Alright, I'll put her in A. I will put her in A. I thought I was being a little crazy putting her in B. I thought you were gonna say, oh, that's too high, Jippy. Alright, we'll put her in A. I love Lady D. My only complaint is she wasn't in it enough. I got so hyped up on playing Village because I was like, wow, Lady D is gonna be in it for the majority of the game. And then you kill her first, and then that's it. I was so disappointed, dude. Going into Village, look. Lady D, I love her. Right? Cool villain. Great villain. She just wants to kill Ethan, and all power to her. All power to her. Heisenberg wasn't beating the cool uncle allegations even before Resident Lover. I mean, I just wish there was more of Lady D. And I'm gonna say the same thing for Donna. I'm putting Donna in A as well. Because I liked the concept with Angie. But I wish there was more, damn it! I am insane for putting them above Wesker. I'm absolutely insane. But, like, I wanted more, damn it! I wanted so much more. Lady D and Lady B. Like, I don't know. Bring him back somehow. This is why Resident Lover is the better game than Resident Evil 8. You heard it here first. Yeah, make DLC. I mean, they already did with Rose, but this is why Resident Lover is better than Village. You heard it here first. Resident Lover is better than Village. And I mean, I'm not the highest on Village. I think the gameplay is good. But they made you kill Lady D and Donna way too early, and then I was stuck with Heisenberg towards the end, and I'm like, ugh. I just wish they lasted longer. That's my only complaints towards their characters, because I wanted to know more. The thing is with Resident Lover is, I did not realize, because I saw someone talk about it on TikTok. I was like, oh, I gotta play this. And then, I low-key kind of started promoting the game as much as that person on TikTok. I don't even remember who it was on TikTok that told me about Resident Lover. But, like, I think I can safely say that I have promoted Resident Lover to a lot of people. And I didn't even know anything about Village at the time. I don't know if that added to the charm of me playing it. But, I don't know, I guess that's sort of going into my bias here of why I like them a lot. And I think I can put Mother Miranda up there as well. Because, I don't know, they were just all good villains, and then Resident Lover made them so much better. It's a really good idea. This is where I'm definitely losing a lot of people. A lot of people who have not played Resident Lover are looking at this tier list and being like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because that's not a canon game. It is now. Resident Lover is in the canon now. And, I don't know, like, they're not even bad villains in Village. I liked the concept of fighting different villains in Village. It's just, I wish there was longer sections with them. Or, like, you found out more about them than just having to read up on them or, like, the small sections they were in. I thought Village was short, honestly. I thought Village was going to be longer than it was. And like I said, gameplay-wise, Village is a good game because it's basically like Resident Evil 4. But I just wish the villains had longer sections. So, I do love them a lot. It's just, there's not enough of them. So that's why they're towards the end of A, because Resident Lover does help out a lot as to why I like them a lot. This fucker can go in here. There's literally no rhyme or reason for this tier anymore. It's just, they all fucking suck. F stands for fucking sucks. I should watch Village speedruns. I want to see how fast people can beat that game. Rose? I love Rose, dude. I'm gonna put her right above, these three. I love Rose. I feel bad for Monster. No, that dude pissed me off. I did not like him from the jump. I loved Rose as a character. Kind of slight bias, because I do love her English voice actor a lot. Jeannie Tirado is a really good voice actress, and I love everything she's in. But Rose, I mean, a lot more interesting than her father. Gotta say. And, like, I would be down for another Rose game that's not just DLC. Like, a true, like, full-on Rose game. I could get behind that. And I think that's what's 9 is going to be is a Rose game, which that's cool. Yeah, I feel like most likely Rose will be the main protagonist of 9. Put her with someone, like, you know what? Fuck it. Put Aunt Claire. Give me Rose and Claire. That would be a fun journey, dude. Rose and, like, Aunt Claire. That would be a fun one. I don't know. Just slap Claire in anything, and it's automatically a good game. Yeah, Rose is a fun character. I like her. Very realistic. She's hates dealing with this bullshit, and she has like that power, and she's like, I hate dealing with people. Give me Rose and Aunt Claire. She's already had enough of Uncle Chris or Dad Chris. I don't know, whatever you want to consider Chris at this point for Rose. But give me Rose and Aunt Claire. Fuck it. Claire still looks young. Claire can still get it. You know, let them. Why not? She has to know Claire. There's no way she doesn't know Claire. You're telling me Chris would never introduce his sister? Nah. Claire loves kids. So, give me a Claire and Rose adventure. Even if Claire is like a little bit in it. Are we saying Mia's a bad mom? I mean, from my understanding, it seems like Chris raised Rose was around in her life quite a lot. I'm not 100% sure of that situation. It doesn't seem like Mia ever, like, remarried. I mean, who knows what she was doing with Chris with those 3 toothbrushes in their bathroom. Who knows? I know I'm saying Mia's a bad person, period. Yeah, like, I'm completely fine with Rose being the protag of 9. I did really like the DLC for Rose. And then like her actually getting to meet Ethan. That was pretty sweet. I was in my feels. I'm glad Rose isn't like Mia. So that's all we could have hoped for, right? You know. So this is the tier list. No surprise with Jill being absolute top. Jill being top, yeah. Go ahead, say what you want to say about Jill being top. And then all these fuckers in the F tier, because no redeeming qualities. They all fucking suck. They're all terrible people. I think my most controversial one is putting Chris in C. I think that's definitely most controversial. I guess we'll see with either YouTube comments or TikTok comments. I know I still need to work on the Ruby tier list actually being a video for ships. C for Chris. Man, that video was a lot longer than I thought it was. So, and I've just been busy with like Katsucon editing and stuff. And then the My Hero Academia fashion video, I have to get out by the 29th. So, I have a lot of videos to edit. And I don't have an editor. It's just a one woman production team over here. I don't have any fancy editors. I do all my stuff by myself. So I'll get to it eventually. I did start editing the Ruby tier list one for ships, but I didn't finish it nearly in time as where I thought it would be. And then this will probably be a video as well, and then everyone will just be like, what kind of fuck ass Resident Evil fan is this? Trying to think of Wednesday. I probably won't stream because I'm seeing the worst movie of all time, Madam Web, for funsies. Thursday I'll probably stream something. I don't know what. I could start something. Tomb Raider I need to play. I've been meaning to buy the remaster and play that, so possibility there. I could try my blindfolding of Walking Dead episode 2 again, because I want to redo that. Because I feel like I could, you know, I didn't time my first run, so could do that. And I have a new mask on the way for my blindfolds, because, look, I'm advertising this company that I don't even use for free, and I should stop doing free advertisements. So I ordered a new mask. I mean, companies are if they want to send me a free blindfold and sponsor me on stuff, that's up to them. They can do that. But I have a Zwei mask on the way from Ruby because it was on sale. But this is the tier list. Let me know in the YouTube comments what you think of it. Who's your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? I'll definitely have another tier list poll up on the YouTube channel eventually of what tier list we should make next. I'll always have an unhinged option. So, one day we'll do the unhinged tier list. One day. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I'll probably be back on Thursday for stream. Don't know what I'll stream yet, but I'll definitely let y'all know in advance on YouTube what it'll be. So I will see y'all on Thursday. Bye-bye.